avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. These are volatile times in the stock market.
Market's up 200, then it's up 800, it's up 700.
How do you get the facts when investing?
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. If you're confused about the stock market, get unconfused. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and listen to my radio show every weekday at 3 Eastern. What is the market going to do? We know exactly what the market's going to do.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
There's no need for you to be losing money.
Check it out. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records, and the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
We've gone from 60,000 jobs per month to 60,000 jobs every 3 days, more than 600,000 jobs per month.
That's amazing. That's just another bow-faced lie, like the 13 million jobs he talks about. God, I wish somebody would say something to him. He didn't create 13 million jobs. He created 3 million jobs. The 13 million jobs were people who already had a job, but they were told to go home during the pandemic. Just like we told people to go home during the pandemic. But when they came back to work, we didn't count them as a new employee, but Biden does. More cheating. That's what the White House does. They count them as new employees, so that's how they get to that 13 million. But more important than that, tomorrow we're going to have a jobs number. And I'm so sick of these job numbers. The only thing they should look at to get the truth of the job number is the Social Security office. That's the only place you can find out really what's going on. Because anybody that works, remember, right, you have to pay Social Security. And you know exactly, that's where the truth is, right there. The only place you can get a straight number. I mean, this is crazy, the line that's going on. And also, I want to talk to you today about, people don't get this. Oil, they're celebrating, oil has dropped from September, remember, $93? It dropped to today, $69. Everybody's all excited. They're going to have a party. They're saying this is it. No more inflation. They're going to start cutting rates. No. It means we're in deep, deep trouble. It means the opposite. People are celebrating the gasoline is $3.22. No. It means we're going to have a bigger crash than I even thought. Because oil is a measurement of demand. If there's no demand, that means there's no manufacturing, there's no productivity. People do not need oil. China, one of the biggest users, like us, of oil, they're dead. They're dead in the wind. They're in deep, deep trouble. They're construction. All they do is build cities. Nobody lives in them, but just to keep their peasants working. No more. They're in deep trouble. So this jobs number that they're going to talk about tomorrow is a joke. And this thing that we're going to have, and the fact that gasoline's at $3.22 is a wonderful thing. No, because it's telling us when there's no demand for oil, it means manufacturing is bad, which we know it is. Manufacturing is terrible. It's at a 13-year low. We know productivity is at a 72-year low. We know durable good orders are falling off a cliff. There's no good news anywhere in manufacturing, and that's where you get your pay. That's where you get your money. That's where the good jobs are. So it's telling us that with gasoline at $3.22 and oil dropping from $93 to $69 a barrel, we're in for a real rough road. Real rough road. This market, I told you, the market's going to crash. It's going to crash worse than I thought. So let's talk about the soft landing. They're going to have a great job number they're telling us tomorrow. And and we're going to have this great soft landing. Americans are so resilient that we have this strong labor market and big wage increases. Strong labor market? What are you, nuts? Employers are adding an anemic 100,000 jobs in November. That's anything but strong. That's a crisis. 100,000 jobs. What are you, nuts? In fact, leisure and hospitality, that's the low wage sector, that continually posted strong job gains. Bartenders, waitresses, big job numbers for more than 3 years. For the first time in 3 years are shedding jobs big time. Over 7,000. We've never seen that before. What are you, nuts? And since Biden became president in 2021, job openings have been tanking. Don't believe what they're saying that they're going up. They're not. Go to the Social Security office and find out for yourself. Job openings are going down. They've been going down since he's been president. Because he's created an environment of too much money supply, and we're not growing to soak up the money supply, and he screwed up this whole economy. So since Biden became president, job openings have been tanking. Job openings fell 617,000 just this past October. Are you nuts? That's 4 weeks ago. So fell 617,000 this past October, 4 weeks ago, to 8.7 million jobs. That was the lowest since March 2021. And that's way below the record high of 12 million that we set there in March of 2022. So when you hear how great the jobs are from Biden, no, they're not. I mean, think about this. Per month, just go to the Social Security office, per month, since Biden took office, he says that he created 600,000 jobs in 2021. Do we have that cut when he said that? Let's see if this is where he says that.
We've gone from 60,000 jobs per month to 60,000 jobs every 3 days, more than 600,000 jobs per month.
Okay, that's right. When he became president, 600,000 jobs a month in 2021. But here's what he doesn't tell you today. We dropped from 600,000 jobs in 2021. Then we dropped 2022, 400,000 jobs a month. And you know what we are now? 2023, 190,000 a month. Oh, you don't hear that though, do you? 600,000 a month to 400,000 a month to 190,000 a month. What, are you nuts? And job openings fell 617,000 just this past October to 8.7 million, the lowest since 2021. Way below the 12 million set in March of 2022. Manufacturing, new orders are suffering the sharpest drop in more than 3 years. Yet Biden and his White House keep saying how wonderful manufacturing is. They're rebuilding manufacturing. It's rebounding. It's another lie.
Manufacturing rebounding at a faster rate
Oh, my
than
God.
in the last 40 years.
That's a lie. It's not. Manufacturing is suffering. New orders are suffering. We haven't seen drops like this in 3 years. But he keeps saying, you heard him, manufacturing, good jobs, we're moving along. Why would we be so lucky to think he is telling us the truth about manufacturing jobs? Why would we be that lucky? Doesn't he lie about his son and his business relationship? Right? He does.
Mr. Vice President, how many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
Wrong, 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 wrong. You sound insane. Do you realize that?
So
you should be
why
medicated.
should we be lucky to believe anything this man says when they got him cold that he has lied about his relationship with his son and his partners? Are you kidding? The bottom line, he's not telling the truth about manufacturing. We have a manufacturing crisis, 14-year low. We're down 13 consecutive months. Productivity's in a crisis. Nobody wants to tell the truth. I am.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. There's a lot of noise out there in the financial world. Bank failures, interest rates, bonds versus stocks. It's a lot. That's why it's important to find a voice of reason that can guide you through these volatile times. Phil Grande and philsgang.com is where you can find honest, helpful guidance to successful investing.
Get the knowledge and understand how the market really works.
And for a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Phil Grande has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free. If anything, during that 10-day period, you're going to learn how the market really works. You're going to find information that you never had before. You're going to walk away and go, I didn't know that. So join my gang for 10 days free, philsgang.com. And you're also going to learn how to make money when the market goes down. It's kind of silly just sitting there when the market going down, hoping. Why hope when you can sell short and make money? Either way, you make money when the market goes up, you make money when the market goes down. That's the benefit of Phil's Gang. You make money.
Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level.
philsgang.com. Sign up free for 10 days.
From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You've got to learn how to short, because I was just looking during the break. There's a rotation going on now in stocks, and we caught it perfectly. So we took our money. We're up about 15% on average with our big tech stocks. We pulled money out. We shifted the money to not oil. What we did is we pulled together a group of stocks. I anticipated that the hedge funds were not making money, but we knew they're not making money because they failed to invest in the tech stocks like we did in the end of October. Remember, we had the crash from July to October 2023. The market went down about 11%, and everybody was panicking because what was going down were the big banks and what was going down with the big tech stocks. And I had our gang in here, all of us had our gang in here shorting the tech and shorting the banks during that time period. So everybody was making money on the way down. And then I alerted everybody 3 different times. I think it was I don't remember the dates here, but it was like the 20th, 30th, 31st, and what's the other one? November 1. And during those 3 times I said, look, I know the big tech stocks are going down, I know the banks are going down, but buy them. We got to buy them because they're going to turn around, all the shorts are going to cover it, those things are going to go straight up. And sure enough, we got in them, and then like 2-3 days later, bang, they went straight up. And I said, okay, let's sell into them. And then we took our profits, and then we shifted back to now shorting oil. So we started to short oil stocks, and oil stocks are tanking. So the key is you got to learn, when you know how to short, you're never in a position, you're sitting there losing money and you can't do anything about it. You're never in that position where you're calling your broker, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And you're never in that position where the idiot on the other side, what do I do? What do you do? And he says this to you.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day.
Yeah, don't pay attention to your portfolio and just have a good time. Have a good life. That's what they tell you. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because they don't want you to short, because they don't make money when you short. So the rotation's been working. Now what's happening is we're going to have another rotation. So, because everybody's going to jump back into the tech stocks. Because now when you're in December, what happens, you get a sell-off for the first part of December, usually the first 10, 15 days, because everybody's playing games with tax swaps and everything else. So the market normally goes down about the first 10 trading days. And then it turns around and rallies again, and everybody's going to be getting right back into the tech stocks again. So you shouldn't miss them. So, but it is over. And people are saying, well, there's not going to be a crash. Yes, there is. Because here's why. People are hurting. We have no middle class anymore. Biden keeps talking about wage increases. But wage increases aren't keeping up with inflation. No. I mean, anybody that thinks that wages are keeping up with inflation? No, they're not. No. And so when you got inflation ahead of your wages, you are so screwed. So wages have not been keeping up with inflation, like the White House has been saying, for 24 of the last 32 months. Wages have declined over 7%. But here's the problem. Purchasing power. The dollar in your pocket. That's the problem. Because, as I told you yesterday, purchasing power. Since 2021, when Biden took office, to today, purchasing power of your dollar has dropped about 20%. Meaning when you go to the store now, you got to pay $1.21 for what you paid $1 the day Biden walked into the White House. Because why? Why is that? Because there's too much money supply. When you keep printing and printing and printing money, and you keep printing this and don't stop because you're running deficits and you got to pay them, you keep printing money, and you have all these inflationary programs because it gives you deficits. When you keep increasing the money supply, and they increased it by 42%, 42%, that means when you better have an economy growing 52% to absorb it. But when you have all this money supply and the economy is not growing, there's no way for the economy to absorb that money. And when they close down the banks, which they have, they tighten so up, you can't get a loan anymore. There's no way to absorb all that money. So that massive money supply, when that can't be absorbed, then you get massive inflation. Prices go up and it destroys the middle class. In fact, under Biden, since 2021 to today, the top 1% of households, they love inflation. They love it. Pelosi loves inflation. She created inflation. She wants inflation. All these guys in Washington want inflation because they make a fortune on their vineyards and on their land and their diamonds and their minerals and artwork and their agricultural land. They make a fortune. So they flooded the economy with so much money to create this inflation to screw everybody. At the bottom line, households, due to inflation, okay, the top 1% of households, due to inflation, since Biden's been in office, they gained 20 million each. Everyone that's the top 1% got 20 million each. And I'm talking about people in Congress. And the top 1/100 of 1%. I'm talking about the top 1/100%. There's only 130,000 of them. Our population is 330 million. Think of that. 330 million people, and there's 130,000 of the top 1/100%. Are you kidding me? They gained 88 million each. And these are the people who run the country. These are the people who run the country. They run Congress. They own everything. They're the owners. And they want inflation. Wouldn't you want inflation if you're going to make $88 million?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grande has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
philsgang.com. You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grande.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy the stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right. Follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com.
Become an expert investor. Here's Phil Grande of Phil's Gang Radio Show.
If you want financial freedom, then don't let Wall Street hold you back. Discover what they are hiding and how to thrive, even in a stock market crash. Unlock these secrets with a 10-day free trial to our Working Investor Program. Real strategies, no fluff. Take action right now. Come on, become a Phil's Gang member and reclaim your financial freedom. Just visit www.philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color code chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works.
Phil's Gang wishes you and your family happiness, joy, and financial security, working together to make 2024 another successful year at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Bidenomics has led to a family of 4 in South Dakota needing to pay over $900 more in month just to get by for normal living expenses.
That's correct. Because remember, the money is going to our owners, And remember who these people are, the 1/100th of 1% who made $88 million each since Biden took office. And the top 1% who made $20 million each, where the middle class got screwed. As a matter of fact, when you extrapolate it out, if you take it from that point of time, 2021 to today, the middle class didn't gain 88 million, didn't gain 20 million. They gained, I'll break it down, $234 a week. That's what they got out of it, $234 a week. And remember who these people are. They're our owners.
You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the State House.
There you go, right there. They own and control the Senate. They control all Congress. That's how these guys get reelected. These are the guys who put them in office. So my point is that we're so upside down that people say there's not going to be a crash. Now understand what happened. So the real median, or let's say the middle class, okay, is lagging behind so badly because of Biden's inflationary policies. You know what they were? He decided, let's kill the oil industry. You know what happened then? This was the worst thing he ever did. When we had a 6.5% run rate, that when Trump left, he left Biden a run rate, economic growth, a 6.5%, fantastic. So what did he do? Like I told you yesterday, he's so jealous of him, he wanted to destroy anything he did good. He came in with the American COVID Rescue Plan, the Inflation Reduction Act, the Omnibus Bill, the Green Energy Bill, the funding Ukraine. Why did he do that? We can't absorb that money because people aren't healthy. People aren't financially healthy. People aren't making enough money. If you put all that money in the system, like he did, and we are having an economic growth of 7%, we could absorb that 42% increase in money supply. Now you got all this money sitting there, and the banks aren't loaning it. And you're telling me the market's not going to crash? What are you, nuts? And then Biden brags about his economic accomplishments. I was listening the other night. This guy got up there from the White House, a communist, and he's bragging about his accomplishments. I go, what? His accomplishments? All right, let's think about it. What he did, it turns out, after what he's been doing, right, the median annual wage for 2022 was just about $41,000. $41,000. That's it. And that's about half of the nation's 172 million workers. They earn less than that, even less than that. In other words, if you take 84 million workers and you post an annual earnings of $40,000 per year, or a little less, with an annual earnings, let's say we come in with about $17,900, $18,000. That's what people are making. A ton of people are making $18,000 a year. Are you kidding? All the money's going to one group. That's it. We're not. The wealth is going from Main Street up. Now, energy. Let's talk about this energy. Okay, so energy right now, okay, it increased, remember, under Biden 72%. Manufacturing, okay, is now at a 14-year low. We've been down, manufacturing been down for 113 consecutive months. Factory orders, the biggest drop in 3.5 years. January 2021 to where we are today, we have a 15 to 25% shrinkage in real wages, salaries, savings, bonuses, interest income, dividends, profits on small businesses, partnerships. Think about liquidity. As of January 2021 to today, we had, when Biden took over, $16 trillion in liquidity, real money, real cash, i.e. bank deposits, money market funds. This was under Bidenomics. That dropped. Never did this. This was historic. Dropped from $16 trillion from the day he took office to this October by $2.4 trillion. That equates to a real inflation rate of 15%. There you have it. There's the real inflation rate. You got to be kidding. So we got the folks who work every day on Main Street, 75% of their paycheck is going to necessities. That means they have no disposable income left to go buy big ticket items like a refrigerator or big screen TV. And remember, it's those big ticket items, those durable goods items. If those are healthy, those items look out forward. They look forward. And they tell you, what is the economy going to be doing and the stock market doing in the next 2 years? It looks forward. It's telling us we're going to be in the worst crash ever. But nobody wants to believe me. No one wants to believe. So gasoline, everybody's happy, $3.22. But it's still up 53%. From the day he started in office to today, it's still up 53%. Groceries are still up 25%. Shelter is still up 20%. Most of a person's wages, around $40,000, most of it all goes to groceries, gasoline, and shelter. They have nothing left for the big ticket items, and it's the big ticket items that drive our economic growth. It's the big ticket items, not the necessities. We need people to see, this whole thing started with Obama, too. Obama, when he became president, he had a shot of increasing productivity. And they were taking a whole bunch of money and taking that money and putting it to productivity. No, he did it. He took all this money, printed it, borrowed it, and expanded his welfare state. So right now, if you think about the market, there's been a rotation. Money is coming out, okay, of tech stocks. Money is going into what we call our garbage stocks. You know, the real garbage, the stuff that McDonald's, the Starbucks. I mean, here I got them right here. I mean, we're in them right now. We're in them because we made a good amount of money on our tech stocks, and then we rotated out of those. And I told my gang members, I said, we got to get into these because the hedge funds are going to be buying all this garbage. And boy, sure they did. And we shorted the oils. So here they are, right here. This is our list right here. So we got to buy Coke, and I hate Coca-Cola. All right, Coke's going up. I said we got to buy TLT. Okay, that is the 10-year, 20-year Treasury bond. Boy, they're covering their short positions. Remember how everybody was shorting bonds? Now they got to buy those back. Look at this. Beautiful, going straight up. But we had our members switch over, get out of NVIDIA and go and buy TLT. We had them go in and buy Nike. We had them go in and buy McDonald's and Carnival Cruise Line, and they're all going up. And that's what you got to do in this business. You got to be ahead. You got to look forward. We're looking forward now. What's the next move?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. As the new year approaches, make a resolution to challenge yourself to become the best investor you can be. Phil Grande can take your trading to a whole new level. Innovative stock market investing tools and the experience of over 50 years combined to give you the edge in controlling your financial future. As a Phil's Gang member, you're taught the essential strategies of investing using stock charts, training videos, and seminars. It's information Wall Street doesn't want you to know. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Want the truth when investing in the stock market? Here's how.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to my radio show every day because that's where you're going to get the truth. You're not going to get the truth listening to these dopes on Fake Business News Network. The other day, Kramer said, don't listen to the banks. They're giving you wrong information. When he told you to buy Merrill Lynch, remember? And what happened? They went broke.
Get the truth at philsgang.com.
Join my gang, philsgang.com. Get the truth. And also listen to me on my podcast on YouTube and Rumble. That's philsgang.com.
I believe that every single human being with a laptop computer and an internet connection should be required to give trading at least a shot.
Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life.
I believe that every educated individual on planet Earth.
I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents.
Should do this. It's not for every single human being on Earth. I know this, but it's one of those things that you should try, because if you happen to get it right, if you happen to be one of the ones that this is for.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grande.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. That's right, philsgang.com. Join my gang for 10 days. It's free.
What's in front of you is a life of incredible joy, freedom, and independence.
Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grande can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
You're not alone. 80% of those in the stock market, just like you, lose money. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Why do they lose? Because they don't know how to short stocks in down market. That will change once you use my patent Pro 2 color-coded chart. It works. The technology works. And it not only gives you an edge on the upside, but Pro 2 will put a smile on your face on the downside. That's right. Check it out. Free 10-day trial at philsgang.com.
From everyone at Phil's Gang, we wish you happiness and joy this holiday season. Join us at philsgang.com for a prosperous 2024. Now, here's Phil.
Consumers continuing to be resilient.
The consumer health has been resilient. So
that's the biggest lie. No, he's not resilient. He's not resilient. Once he ran out of, they would say he was resilient when he was out spending, but what they didn't tell you, what was he spending? Well, when the moratoriums came on, a big part of the money they were spending came from the moratorium on student loans. That amounted to a whole boatload of money. boatload of money. And then they had moratoriums on rent, moratoriums on your mortgage payments, car payments, all these moratoriums. So that's how savings grew 30% from an average of 8%. And now savings went from 30% to 8 to 3. In deep trouble. They have nowhere to turn. Now they're hitting their 401ks. Hardship withdrawals are up 33%, the highest ever. So there's no reason for anybody to be losing money in the stock market, especially if the market's going down. Because all you have to do is short the stocks. And remember, the market's forward-looking. If you know what you're doing, just like we did. We knew when the market was dropping from July 2023 towards October, we were short tech stocks. We were short the bank stocks, right? They were getting clobbered. We were short, making good money. And then we turned around before anybody else, right at the end of October. I sent alerts out to my members that we got to buy these stocks, that they're going to be covering them. They're going to be covering them. And that's what they did. We had this other big rally. Now what's happened is the rally ran out of steam. The valuations are too high for these tech stocks, way too high. And so the big institutions aren't paying them. They're not going to pay $150 for every $1 of earnings for Meta, or $63 for every $1 earnings for Tesla. They're not stupid. They're not going to pay, even with Apple, they're not going to pay $31 for every $1 of earnings. So they're sitting it out. And so all you got is these tourists in here, and now they're running out of money. They're running out of money. So this market is going to turn, believe me, on a dime and just collapse. First, we got to get through this little bit of a pullback. We'll get this pullback, and as I said, it'll probably be finished somewhere around, I don't know, the 10th to the 15th. And then they're going to rally it one more time. All the tourists going to jump back into this tech stocks. But if that happens, we will already be in them. See, that's the key. That's the thing with investing. You got to be able to be forward-looking. You got to be in these things before they happen. 99% of traders lose money because they chase the stocks, and they all chase the 7 stocks. They all chase them. They never sit back, wait for the setup to come, and then execute on the setup. Never. The stock is always up 8-10% before they start buying it. And then when it pulls back, they panic and get out, even though the trend's still going up. They don't even know what the hell the trend is. I mean, that's another thing people would do. And I mean, the mistakes people make is unbelievable. You just need a little education. And as I said, for people who say you don't have time to learn, why don't you just stay with us with the spiders? I mean, it takes no time with the spiders. We got thousands of gang members in the spiders because they're like you, said, yeah, I don't have enough time. But they do very little. And what's there to do once you're on the spiders? We just tell you, okay, the stock spiders has relative, the volume is good. Okay, add to it. Okay, or the volume is bad, take some off. I mean, all you have to do is contact your online broker, right, and tell them what to do, and that's it. So easy. But if anyone's sitting there thinking that we're going to avoid a market crash, and you keep listening to these people on the Fake Business News Network, they are not telling you the truth about the situation we are in. So right now, I'm taking a look at my chart here. The other day I told them to buy TLT, okay? And that's, again, the Treasury bond. Everybody's covering their short position now, right? Because they think there's going to be rate cuts coming. So what they're doing, everybody who was in the bond market now, and now they're covering their positions, right? Their short positions. So we did pretty well with TLT. We started out with TLT. I don't know what it was, I don't know, $85, something like that. But right now, today we're up $95. Caterpillar, we did a good job with Caterpillar. So in other words, we caught the transition, but you got to catch it before it happens. Take Caterpillar, for example. We had a beautiful setup on Caterpillar, and we are following this real early, right? But now someone's going to get in today at $257.27. when you should have been in Caterpillar. Okay, you should have been in Caterpillar when it was around 235. Okay, but somebody's going to jump in today at 257. You can't make money that way. And we also bought some Morgan Stanley. Okay, and we also have our in stocks that we trade all the time. Like I said, we take our tech stocks right now, right, and we're shorting some of these tech stocks, and then we took some of our semiconductors, like NVIDIA, which we just started to short today. And then we took our investment banks that we're doing really well with, okay? We bought these investment banks, really doing well. But now the tourists are starting to jump in. So we're going to say, here, take ours. Here, you can have ours. And we're out. And we'll rotate into the next group. And the idea is if you stay with the same group, and you can do that if you know how to short and go along. The key to making money in the stock market, and any professional will tell you, is stay with the same 6 stocks. And then have a little pool of stocks, about another 6 or 7 stocks, another pool. And if you stay with those same stocks, you end up being ahead of the market. Because you're going to sit back and you wait till setup comes to you. And when the setup comes to you, you execute and you make money consistently. And if it goes down, you execute by shorting it, make money consistently. But we have so many people that don't short. And what do? They're running around looking for a hot stock. They're waiting for somebody on TV to tell them what a hot stock there is. There's no such thing as a hot stock. There isn't. And the biggest problem we're going to have with this crash, okay, well, this crash is going to happen. It's going to be worse than all other crashes because we never had the banks in such poor condition where banks are losing money on every mortgage, because banks are paying 5% for money and they gave somebody a 3% mortgage for 30 years. Can you imagine you're a bank, you're sitting there, you're locked in for 30 years at 3% or 2.8%, and the money is costing, let's say you're locked in for 30 years at 3% and the money's costing you 5%. You wonder what happened, what went wrong with the regional banks that do most of that lending? Oh my God, they got killed. And that's why everybody's hush-hush about what's going on now with the other 180 banks. Because they're in the same shape as Silicon Valley and Republic and Signature, but nobody wants to talk about it. They're in the same exact situation, but the difference is they came in, the Fed, and funded, okay, the bank term funding program so they could bail them out. Okay, they could bail them out. Now, if you have a 401k, okay, you're going to get killed. You are going to get killed in a 401k because you're going to be sitting there as the stocks start getting crushed. And everybody asks me, well, when's this going to happen? When's this going to happen? I would say it's going to happen in the first or second quarter. Okay, it's when it's going to happen when the banks, when the Fed no longer are funding these 180 banks. Then you're going to have the biggest crash you ever had because these banks are broke. Okay, they have no money, and they're losing money left and right. This is the worst decision. They should have just let these banks go down. The biggest problem was Biden. It was Obama. When GW blew up the banks, he should have let all the bad banks go. But Obama came in, worked with him, with GW, and they didn't want the banks to go down because guess what? Hillary Clinton, Obama, Baby Bush, they all got their funding from the big banks, the big boys, the 101% who control the banks. So they never fixed the problem. So don't anyone tell me we're not going to have a crash because the banks are getting worse and worse and worse. So learn how to short. It doesn't matter. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Join my gang. Please remember St. Jude. Send them a little bit of money. We appreciate it.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.